It's 2026 and you're torn. MacBook Pro 14 M5 or the Asus ProArt PX13. One's a polished tank, the other's a creative shapeshifter. Which one actually deserves your money? Watch till the end before you buy. I'm crowning a clear winner. I've dropped links for the latest deals in the description. If this helps, please hit like. It helps the channel a ton. When comparing the physical presence of the MacBook Pro 14 and the Asus ProArt PX13, you're looking at two distinct interpretations of what a pro laptop should be. The MacBook Pro remains the industry benchmark for rigid, minimalist luxury with its precision-milled aluminum unibody. It feels incredibly dense and tank-like, offering a level of fit and finish that is virtually free of flex. Apple has kept this design static for years, maintaining a 0.6 1-inch thickness and a 3.4-pound weight that feels substantial and premium in hand. On the other hand, the ProArt PX13 adopts a more rugged, functional aesthetic with its nano-black aluminum finish. While it is technically a bit thicker at 0.7 inches, it is actually the lighter of the two at 3.04 pounds. The most striking design departure is the PX13's 360-degree hinge, which allows it to transition into tablet, tent, or stand modes, a level of physical versatility the static clamshell MacBook simply does not offer. Despite its moving parts, the Asus feels remarkably professional and durable, carrying MIL STD certification for resistance to shock and environmental extremes. Connectivity highlights a divergence in philosophy between the two machines. The MacBook Pro 14 is built around high-speed uniformity, featuring 3 Thunderbolt 4 ports alongside the MagSafe 3 charging connector. It remains a favorite for photographers because of its full-size SDXC card slot and HDMI 2.1 port, though it notably lacks the newer Thunderbolt 5 standard and sticks with Wi-Fi 6E. The ProArt PX13 takes a more pragmatic approach to a mixed device world by including a legacy USB-A 3.2 port, which spares users from carrying dongles for older peripherals. It matches the max 40 gigabits per second wired speeds through 2 USB 4 Type-C ports and includes its own HDMI port. However, it opts for a smaller microSD reader rather than the full-size slot found on the Apple machine. Where the Asus pulls ahead in modern connectivity is in its wireless capabilities, offering Wi-Fi 7 support while the MacBook remains one generation behind. Both laptops provide a 3.5mm headphone jack, but they differ in power delivery. The MacBook uses its proprietary magnetic cable to save ports, while the Asus uses a dedicated DC jack but can also charge via its USB-C ports. When evaluating the visual experience of these two powerhouses, you are essentially choosing between the sheer brilliance of high-refresh mini LED and the ink-black intimacy of OLED. The MacBook Pro 14-inch continues to rely on its Liquid Retina XDR display, a panel that remains a marvel of engineering. With its 120Hz ProMotion technology, every interaction from scrolling through a dense timeline to simply moving a cursor feels liquid and instantaneous. The peak brightness of 1600 nits for HDR content is industry-leading. But the real-world hero is the upgraded 1000 nits of SDR brightness, which allows you to work comfortably even in the harsh glare of a sunlit studio or an outdoor cafe. Apple's optional nano-texture glass further aids this, scattering light to kill reflections without the muddying effect seen on cheaper matte screens. In contrast, the Asus ProArt PX13 leans into the strengths of its 13.3-inch OLED touchscreen. While it lacks the high refresh fluidity of the Mac, being capped at 60 Hz, it offers a level of contrast that mini LED can only approximate. Because each pixel is self-emissive, blacks are truly black, providing a depth to shadows that is indispensable for colorists and photographers working in dim environments. The 16:10 aspect ratio and 2.8K resolution make for a sharp, vibrant canvas that is Pantone validated for color accuracy right out of the box. However, the most significant difference is the tactile nature of the PX13. As a convertible, its screen is meant to be touched, drawn on, and flipped, offering a level of direct interaction with creative software that the strictly look-but-don't-touch MacBook simply cannot provide. The webcam and communication experience further highlight the divergent philosophies of these two manufacturers. Apple has leaned heavily into the 12-megapixel center stage camera, which sits within the somewhat polarizing display notch. This camera is more than just a lens. It uses wide-angle hardware and intelligent software to keep you centered as you move during a video call, which is a boon for dynamic presenters or those who can't stay still in a chair. The image processing is remarkably clean, managing skin tones and exposure with a level of sophistication that feels more like a smartphone than a traditional laptop. The ProArt PX13, meanwhile, opts for a 1080p sensor that prioritizes security and automation through Windows Hello and AI-powered presence detection. While the image quality is sharp and professional, the real magic lies in its ability to sense when you've stepped away from the machine, automatically locking the system to protect your work and waking it back up the moment you return. When your fingers meet the keys and trackpads, the difference in tactile feedback becomes a defining factor of the daily user experience. The MacBook Pro's Magic Keyboard is the epitome of consistency, offering a firm, stable press that is quiet enough for a library, but tactile enough to satisfy heavy typists. Its Force Touch trackpad remains the gold standard of the industry. By using haptic motors rather than a physical diving board mechanism, it allows you to click anywhere with uniform pressure and enables pressure-sensitive force-click gestures that add a layer of depth to macOS navigation. There is a sense of invisible technology here. Everything just works exactly as you expect it to without requiring a second thought. The Asus ProArt PX13 takes a bolder, more experimental approach to input. Its keyboard is comfortable and soft, though it lacks the rigid premium snap of the Apple keys. However, the PX13's glass touchpad hides a secret weapon, the Asus Dial Pad. This virtual rotary controller can be summoned with a gesture, allowing creators to scrub through video timelines, adjust brush sizes in Photoshop, or change volume and brightness with a physical feeling circular motion. While it requires a learning curve to integrate into a workflow, for the right user, it can be a transformative productivity tool that replaces the need for external peripherals. This highlights the PX13's identity as a specialized workstation tool, whereas the MacBook remains a more generalized, albeit perfected, instrument. Finally, the conversation surrounding battery life is where the M5 Silicon truly flexes its muscles. The MacBook Pro 14 is nothing short of a marathon runner, capable of stretching its endurance to over 24 hours in video playback tests. This efficiency is a hallmark of the Apple Silicon transition, allowing a professional to go through an entire workday, a cross-country flight, and an evening of light work without even glancing at a MagSafe cable. The M5 manages to increase performance significantly without sacrificing this legendary longevity, making it the king of unplugged power. The ProArt PX13, while impressive for a Windows machine with a dedicated Nvidia GPU and a power-hungry OLED screen, cannot quite reach those heights. Lasting roughly 14.5 hours in video playback, it provides more than enough endurance for a standard workday, which is a remarkable feat for a 13-inch convertible. However, once you engage the RTX 4050 for heavy rendering or AI-intensive tasks, the battery drain is much more noticeable than on the Mac. The Asus is efficient for its class, but the MacBook operates in a different reality of power per watt, ensuring that performance remains nearly identical, whether you are plugged into a wall or working from a park bench. When you look under the hood of these two machines, you're seeing a fascinating battle between two very different philosophies of high-end mobile computing. The MacBook Pro 14-inch features the Apple M5, a 10-core powerhouse built on a third-generation 3-nanometer process that integrates the CPU, GPU, and memory into a single, highly efficient, unified architecture. It's a specialized beast, particularly because Apple has now embedded neural accelerators directly into every GPU core, significantly boosting its AI capabilities. On the other side of the fence, the Asus ProArt PX13 relies on the AMD Ryzen AI 9 HX370, a 12-core, 24-thread processor that brings traditional workstation-style multi-core muscle to a convertible frame. Unlike the Mac's all-in-one chip approach, the Asus pairs its AMD heart with a dedicated Nvidia GeForce RTX 4050 or 4060 GPU. This means the Asus has a more traditional, power-hungry setup that excels at raw, multi-threaded tasks like code compilation or heavy rendering, while the Mac relies on its sheer architectural efficiency and bandwidth to stay ahead in single-core tasks and snappy daily responsiveness. The divergence in editing power is where creative professionals will really feel the difference in their specific workflows. For those living in the Adobe suite, the MacBook Pro M5 is essentially a Photoshop and Lightroom speed demon, leveraging its unified memory to move massive files without the bottleneck of transferring data between a CPU and a separate GPU. Its video editing capabilities are equally smooth for 4K timelines, and the massive 60 to 70% leap in GPU rendering performance over the previous generation makes it a surprisingly viable tool for 3D work in software like Blender. Meanwhile, the ProArt PX13 shines in environments where Nvidia's CUDA cores are the industry standard. It handles heavy video exports and complex 3D scenes with the reliability of a dedicated workstation, and because it runs on a traditional x86 platform, it avoids any potential software compatibility hiccups that can occasionally plague ARM-based systems. The Asus dialpad further augments this editing power by giving users a tactile way to scrub timelines or adjust brush sizes that the MacBook simply can't replicate without external hardware. Gaming has historically been the Achilles heel of the Mac, but the M5 chip is actively trying to change that narrative. With hardware-accelerated ray tracing and Metal Effects frame interpolation, the MacBook Pro 14 can now run demanding titles like Cyberpunk 2077 at playable frame rates, which would have been unthinkable for a base-level Pro chip just a few years ago. It's a turning point where the Mac is no longer just a gaming afterthought, even if its library is still catching up. The ProArt PX13, however, has the advantage of the massive Windows gaming ecosystem and the dedicated RTX graphics card. While it's not a gaming laptop in the aesthetic sense, it can handle most modern AAA titles quite well at moderate settings. The primary trade-off here is thermal. Because the PX13 is so thin and compact, it can run into heat-related throttling during long gaming sessions, whereas the MacBook's M5 chip tends to stay remarkably cool and quiet even when the GPU is pushed to its limits. Choosing a winner is hard, but the MacBook Pro 14 M5 takes the trophy for 2026. The ProArt's 2-in-1 design is awesome, but the M5's unmatched battery life and silent efficiency make it the ultimate reliable Pro machine for most users. Check the description for the latest deals. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.